Hello everyone. For this tutorial video, I'd like to explain how to figure out 3D volumes with empty areas inside them, starting with the most basic cases in this video before we graduate to more complex shapes in the next tutorial video. In particular, if we were to refer back to the solo cup we figured out as a cone minus a cone, we should see the volume is not a full cone minus a full cone, owing to the fact that it is mostly made out of empty space. So the volume would be more accurately stated as the volume we found earlier, but minus a volume that is identical in general shape but has different proportions for the empty space on the inside of the cup. However, the surface area is still generally the same as when we first figured it out. The only exception we have to make is to subtract the circle that constitutes the bottom base, as that is empty space as well. Or more accurately, your top base, if you were to think about how you would usually point your cup. Similarly, a bowl, like a porcelain bowl that you use for food storage, is not a full hemisphere, but rather a hemisphere minus a hemisphere with smaller dimensions inside it. And similarly, the surface area is not a full hemisphere, but rather would be a hemisphere minus the flat circular base, because that is the opening of the bowl where you put your food in. A non-food example is a PVC pipe, like you see used in plumbing systems, because the pipe would obviously have to be not solid all the way through in order for any water to get through it. So therefore, the volume would be the cylinder whose edges are the edges of the pipe, but minus a cylinder with smaller dimensions. That would constitute the space where the water flows through. Similarly, the surface area would not be a full cylinder either, as if the two bases were solid, the water would not be able to enter to begin with, and so therefore we would have to subtract these two bases from the overall cylinder to figure out the true surface area of the pipe, which would simplify to 2 pi times radius times height. Since the edges of the cylinder are still fully intact, it is only the bases that are missing. Now that I have explained how to figure out hollow solids using the most basic cases, I can explain how to figure out complicated hollow solids using a cleaning jug such as a Drano bottle as a good example. Don't forget to subscribe if you found this video informative, and make sure to see the other tutorial videos, and follow me on either Facebook or Twitter for more content.